Mr. Chris Hobbs. Holy shit, give it up for Jesse, man. What the hell? The place is on fire. I have no chance. So you guys, I'm very, very excited to be here. I'm sorry, I'm going to give you everybody a little bit of a trigger warning right now. We're going to talk about cancer. Woo! You guys excited? Don't worry, you don't have cancer. I'm going to talk about my cancer, man. I know it got a little bit quiet in here. Oh shit, I knew I should have done this. I tried to write some cancer jokes. I don't know if it's going to really fly, because I was thinking, having cancer is a lot like doing stand-up comedy, right? First of all, not everybody makes it, right? Am I right? I don't know if I can do this, man. I'm not really sure if I can do these jokes. Too dark. So, one thing is, okay, I got 2 very serious cancers in the last year. I'm doing well. There's no cancer in me right now. Thank you. Really wonderful. But there were some funny observations I made. Like when I got my first cancer, they try to make your treatment relatable. They always like, well, you know what? Who else got your cancer? Michael Douglas had your cancer. And I'm like, oh my God, he's such a good actor. Did he get it from Catherine Zeta-Jones too? If you know that story. So no wife is going to give you cancer. And then the second time I got cancer, they were like, Jimmy Carter had your cancer. I'm like, oh, he's such a great leader. Did he get it from Rosalind Carter too? Oh my God, bad joke. Yeah. So it's true. I had 2 weird cancers. The weird thing was that, in a weird way, I feel like I asked for this experience that I've had in this last year. And not in a bad way, like in a dark way or anything, but I remember at one point, I was hanging out with my wife. I'm like, you know what I need? I'm feeling like low-level anxiety. I've always kind of felt a little low-level anxiety. I always felt like I'm a little bit of a misfit. I don't really fit in the world. I go, you know what I need? I need a 3-ghost experience. Like, you guys, Christmas Carol? You guys like the Christmas Carol? I said, I need a 3-ghost. I need to be visited by 3 ghosts so that I can get more joy in my life. So I can have that Scrooge on Christmas Day joy. You know what I mean? Kind of like Jesse on Meth, right? It's like, Scrooge on Christmas Day is like, oh my God, I'm going to go visit my nephew. I'm going to buy a bunch of presents. I'm totally going to fix Tiny Tim. I'm so excited. So, in my mind, I thought that's what I wanted. I told the universe that. I don't know how you talk to the universe. I don't really know how I talk to the universe, but, I kind of put that out there. And then all of a sudden, I was diagnosed with cancer. And it was the first cancer I had. It was a very intense throat cancer, tongue cancer. The treatment involved going to chemo, 3 sessions of chemo, and then 35 radiation treatments where they will radiate the cancer that's in your throat. And it's very, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's pretty fucking intense. Excuse my language, it's very intense. And the thing is, they have to really hit it exactly where it is. So they create this custom-made mask for you. It kind of starts here, it's hard plastic, and they kind of form-fit it to your face like this. And then every time you go in there, you have 15 minutes of barely being able to breathe, you know what I mean? And it's pretty emotional, man. I didn't realize how emotional it would be. And I was just in there and I was just trying to meditate, and I was just trying to breathe, and it was really weird, because the first session, while I was getting the treatment, my grandfather appeared to me, and he started telling me all this stuff. He's like, Chris, I just want you to know that you were so great, and I was raised by my grandparents, and he was like, I was so happy that we got to raise you, and you really made my life so much better, and I just want you to know I love you, and all the things that he couldn't say to me when I grew up there. You know what I mean? And it was very, very intense. And the weird thing was that he appeared to me as a little girl. He had ponytails and like buck teeth and freckles. He looked like Pippi Longstocking, kind of. And that's how we talked almost every session. And I was telling a psychiatrist this a few weeks after that, because of course I got a psychiatrist, right, after going through that experience. And he said to me, actually, you know what, that's actually, your brain can't tell the difference between your childhood trauma and the dialogues that you're now having with your grandfather, and it's very healing, you know? And it really was. Like all of a sudden, I really felt loved by my grandfather, and I was really feeling really great, you know? And during this time, I started really finding joy in my life, you know? And then at one point, I found out that my throat cancer was gone, but they found a second cancer, and that was kind of a bummer, and I was like doing it all over again. And during that time, this little cat appeared at my house, and it was like a little Pet Cemetery cat. It looked like kind of crazy. But it wouldn't go away. Like, it was just like moving in, you know what I mean? We're like, all right. I ended up calling him Bacon. Not after the meat, but after like a feral relative of mine. It just really kind of fit him. And I love Bacon, man. He made my life so much better, you know. And then one day, Bacon started acting kind of weird, and he was panting and all this other stuff, and we had to rush him to the cat vet, and they had to put him down. And it was horrible because I really loved him. It turns out he had cancer like riddled throughout his body, and I think we got him there just in time. And the next day, my wife said to me, she goes, you know, Bacon took your cancer. And I was like, okay, all right, that's an interesting thought. And the next day I was looking through Instagram and I saw a thing that said, you know, cats take cancer or whatever. I'm like, oh my God, you know what? I'm just gonna believe it, you know what I mean? Because like, people believe in all kinds of crazy things, you know? And we believe like all these horrible things about ourselves too, right? So I'm like, I'm just gonna believe that, you know? And the thing is, after that, I just started feeling more joyful. Like, not every day, but almost every day I had this, you know, I really like changed from this experience. And I was driving up to see my in-laws in Auburn the other day, and my wife had made a playlist. And usually she makes a playlist, I'll listen to it, and I'll just be like, I don't really know that band. You know, that's really not my thing, right? But this time I was just so happy. I just sat there. We didn't even talk. You know, I closed my eyes, and I just really enjoyed it. You know, I was listening to it, and then I could kind of see, like, it appeared to me, I could see like my grandfather kind of dressed like Pippi Longstocking, you know? And he was like kind of like doing these little dance moves to the song. And then, like, right next to him, I could see Bacon, and Bacon's like synchronized, right, doing these cool little dance moves, you know. And I kind of realized that, you know, my Pippi Longstocking grandpa, that was like my first ghost, you know. He was like here to help me heal my past, you know. And then Bacon was kind of like letting me know just how important it is to be present in life and appreciate what you have, you know. And I hope that there's not a third ghost coming my way. But I assume it's just like the Christmas Carol and it's death and that fucking black thing. And he's back there too, dancing with his scythe or whatever, you know. But you know, my friend recently asked me, because you know, you've grown so much, like it's like sometimes a traumatic experience can really change you, you know. And he said, if you could actually go back and not get the cancer, like, would you not get the cancer? And I said, of course I wouldn't get the cancer. Who wants cancer? I would have figured it out eventually, you know what I mean? Anyway, thank you guys.